This is I, Casper Clemenson, again, back with episode 2 of Dungeon of Doom. Some water has run through the stream since last time. I did some thinking behind the off screen actually, because yes, for instance, or let me actually start elsewhere. I've made some changes to some of the roles, the character classes, and I have made some dungeon generating procedures, and I made some small or minor corrections to the story as we know it. Let's start with the story. You know that we had this Scolopendra crashing through the door, and we fought it off and we killed it. Yeah. And then we had the encounter with the drug chef. That's the name of the race of the half-breed. I made a new encounter or a new monster on the bestiary list. Actually, I put two new entries in. The one is Dracodile, and the other is Dracodile Man, or Dracodile half-breed. So they are sort of half crocodile and half dragon-ish. So yeah, and the popular word for them is just drugs. So, anyways, I couldn't really figure out what the drug cultist, the corpse of the dead cultist was doing on the floor, or why it was there. But sometimes, you know, the obvious that's right in front of you is you can't really see the forest for the trees, you know. And of course, I think that the Scolopendra killed the cultist because it was coming from that hallway. Also, we established last time that there was something amiss behind the door, and that the chef might had a hand in it. And I think what it is, I think I know what it is. The chef in the room, the chef has either one or more, or he's breeding one or more Scolopendras, either just as a pet, or as maybe for some delicious snack in his canteen. We don't know yet, but it's the chef's secret. So he has the key to the door. But I think that what happened is that the chef wanted to go and pet his pets or feed the breeding pen or something similar, but it went wrong. It went out of hand. And I think the Scolopendra rushed out the door and the chef fled to his private chambers. And he was sort of like peeking out from the door and looking what was happening with the Scolopendra, because yeah. And then suddenly this unaware cultist just wandered down the corridor, perhaps from the room up we got up here to the north, that door. Just, you know, walked unaware into the claws of a Scolopendra, and it killed him. I know also that there was a little mushroom near the corpse. But I think that's maybe the cultist was just eating it as a snack, or maybe this was the snack that the chef had to the scolopendra. We don't know. But anyways, so, and I think the premise here is that the rest of the cultists do not know that the chef secretly had a scolopendra or more scolopendras in this room. Yeah. So I think that's more or less it. That's because we got pretty complicated last time, and let's not make it more complicated than it is. And I think what I want to establish is that this is what happened, because I think we got the chef talking. So I changed the last bit of it a bit. But anyways, before we continue with the story, I have to recap what sort of happened in the last seconds. And that is that the all-girl dungeon delvers went into the chef's private room. And in here, there was a smoking pipe and some knickknacks, personal stuff, a glass swan, for example, but there was also a swarm of bats who came in through an open window. Maybe because he opened the window because he was smoking. And there's also a door in here that leads out somewhere. But anyways, let me quickly, before we proceed, jump to, whoops, not that one, the changes that I made to the classes. Let's find them. And also, yeah, you can see here. Let me see if you can still not see it. Wow, why is that? It doesn't. One sec. Oh yeah, here we go. So the bolt now gets an extra attack on accurate. Yeah. So, and so does the nimble. However, this is of course with missile weapons. And also the nimble got a little ability, which is called sleight of hand, in where the nimble can try and lockpick a locked door with a dex test. The faithful just remains the same, but the weird got a new ability as well, and that is the ability to sacrifice on spellcast. He can, by taking on one of the three conditions, he can make a successful spell crit. Yeah, and then I went and did some rules for the optional backgrounds. What I did was that instead of, yeah, let's take the dwarves first. They're no longer called dwarves. They are really still dwarves, but I wanted in my setting another name for them. So I came up with this one name, that is Dunmurins. And I don't know, this text is just to help myself out with some detail about them. I'm not sure this is the text I'm actually going to use. But Dunmurins are just like the classic dwarf, but maybe a bit more dark. but I'm going to read it loud to you. Dunmerins are wee humanoid creatures that are born under the mountains. With their stocky build and stern eyes, they look as if they are hewn from the core of the earth itself. Dunmerins have dark side, 30 feet. Dunmerins are strong, fierce, and stubborn as stone. Okay. Gnomes. They're still just called gnomes. Even shorter than the Dunmerins are demi-fae humanoids that live near human Dunmerin or Ilf settlements. It is said that they were kicked out of Arcadia, the realm of the Fae, along with the goblins and the Ilfs thousands of years ago. No one seems to remember why. Gnomes are masters of tricks and illusions, and they often pull mischievous pranks for their own amusement. Perhaps they pulled one too many on the Queen of Fairies. Gnomes wear caps of reddish color. Once per day, a gnome can pull a mundane item, not greater than the cap, from underneath their cap. So gnomes get this extra little ability. Yeah. And now to the Ilfs. I didn't write anything about their height, but I'm thinking that their height is somewhere lower than humans, but taller than dwarfs. So somewhere in between that. So Ilfs, the prettier cousin of the goblin. But that's only on the surface. Ilfs are wild-natured demi-fae, once ascendants to the Queen of Fairies and her court. An elf heart beats wild and free, and traits of the Ilfs are very outspoken. And my idea here is that Ilfs must roll one of these 10 traits. This is just flavor for myself, more or less. But it's sorrowful, sinister, sadistic, gleeful, dramatic, mysterious, vengeful, jealous, wild, and anarchistic and free-spirited. So you can see that they have a wide range of either, yeah, to the dark side or to the more maybe a little overexcited side. But I think they're more outspoken with their feelings due to their free nature. And as you may also notice is that I said prettier cousin of the goblin, because my elves, who are not called elves, in my head, my elves are not the usual pretty ones. I want them to have a bit more wildness to them and a bit more, I don't know. Yeah, I needed some sort of other flavor than the usual elf. So that's my take on an elf. But yeah, the gnomes are sort of more usual gnomes, and the dwarfs, are now called Dunmerins, are sort of more, the classic dwarf. Yeah. Yeah, but the overall theme of all three backgrounds is that they are more sort of leaning maybe a bit more to the darker side, because that's sort of an area I haven't, because when my usual adventure games or role-playing games are usually a bit more to the light side, and with Dungeon of Doom I wanted it a notch darker. Yeah, that's it. One last thing before we jump. Oh, two things actually. And it's got something to do with combat and test rolls. Because, let me find it for you. I felt that both monsters and our uh, protagonists. The combat, I felt the combat was a bit slow, so I added a bit more. Uh, what can you say? Pepper and salt to combat. In that way, that when you do your test roll, that exceeding pips is added as damage. But this is only for combat. So let's say if you rolled, if you have 3 in, let's say strength, and you swing your weapon, and you rolled a 5 and a 6, you just use 1 point. So that's a crit actually. No, not a crit. That's a strong hit, which does the basic damage still, but it adds 2, in this example, extra damage. So there we go. That's it. And now the last bit. And this is, I put it into my document here, but it's actually more a dungeon generating procedure that I'm going to use while I make these videos. And it's half inspired from my own, not my own. It's inspired from the sandbox generator and a bit of Madeline Hale's dungeon generator tool in Table Fables, and then my own take. Because I tried out off camera those two, and the thing is that you're rolling a lot of dice to every little detail, and I wanted a more to pace it up a bit. Yeah, I comment to that actually is that I wanted sort of my own rules for dungeon generation, and so I ditched the resources from For Against Darkness. And I can also say that I'm tried to vacuum clean my resources, so only use like 5 resources now, and that's the Great Book of Random Tables, which I'm going to use now and then the Monster Overhaul book I'm going to use a lot, and then sometimes Mythic, but only the action and some tables once in a while when I need them, and then the Sandbox Generator, and of course Madeline Hale's 3 books. I haven't got the 4th one yet, but I think it's only about ints. But yeah, here they are. So, and I made some testing. It works really, really well. So I'm quite happy about that. It still takes a bit more time to generate a room or corridors, but it's from experience, I can say it seems like it's much, much more fun. And actually, I think that with this generator and with the sandbox generator and Madeline Hales, in that combination of those 3 is really maybe the best solo play I've actually had. So that's I'm looking forward to this one. I think that's it. That was a lot of talk before we actually got started. But what do I need up? I need the character sheets. Let me get them up. Are they up now? They are. And we, of course, also need the map now and then. But that's, yeah, there we go. Oopsie. So, actually, one thing I can see that needs to be changed is that I think one little thing I noticed now is that the door that the dead cultist should have come from, let me zoom out a bit, is that same door where I said that the cultists could have come from. Actually, I didn't say that they could have come from that door, but I'm just thinking that maybe the cultists went like on a patrol and went sort of got here before we got here, so the cultists just took sort of the same route. So yes, yeah, one thing, because this text needs to go elsewhere actually, because it's here that we got the chef's the drug chef's cantina and the corpse of the dead cultist. Tina. Okay, so let's jump to the things at hand and let's zoom in on the map. Be right about there. Yes, we have an encounter with a swarm of bats. And we're not going to treat the bats individually, we're just going to treat them as one big enemy. So, let's do this. Roll the combat die. Enemy attacks first. So, because it's flying enemies, they can attack all 4 of our heroes. So let's see which one the bats attack. 2, that's our faithful one, the Dunmurin. Okay. Do this. Did I make? If I did not, I will quickly make the notebook. New entry in the notebook. Let's have it here. So, bats. I can't remember if I actually gave them stats, but I'm thinking that they are quite hefty. So, and I think they have a +3 in. Let's get it all out. Strength, Dex. I think they're hard to hit with ranged weapons because they're bats. Actually, even higher dexterity. But let's keep it at this. And willpower. I think they're also quite good in willpower. So say that's +2. And I think that they have one thing. Yeah, I think that, or not think. I decided that our enemies also have 3 conditions that they can get. So let's give them. They are not HP of 5. And armor not so much, maybe. Maybe actually, let's say that it's because they're so hard to hit. Let's give them 2. So that's the bats. Okie dokie. Okay. Gonna roll for the bats. Okay, that's a strong hit. And I think they hit just like a, one-handed weapon. Excuse me. Gonna cut that out. And it's a strength attack, actually. So, okay. That's actually okay, we got this situation, because it can apply strength to both numbers, but what happens then now. So it's +2. That means there's still... No, it's still only one of the dice that goes above. Okay, so yeah, I didn't take that into consideration. So that's 1 extra damage. So that's 2 in damage. Unless, of course, our Dunmurin can fend it off. Which she cannot. And that's really bad, because I think that our Dunmurin, let's get her out. Yes, has 2 hearts. And what exactly happens when you fumble? Let's take a look. Bad. Bad, 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 bad. Where is it? Melee defense roll. Add half a heart to damage received. That's bad. He's now... Okay, I get it. So, because she only has... Why can't you see it? There. 2 hearts left. She now loses these 2 hearts. I think she only had 4, but she now gets a condition, and I think that's... The player can choose, but I think it's... God. If I take tired, she's down to 0 dex. If I take stressed, she is down to 1 will. I'm going to take stressed. And then I get... So that is going to do like this. And I got parts. Bad. Okay. So now it's our heroes. And I think we're just going in the order, so I think it's our warrior first. Oh yes, that's a strong hit. But it's also... Yeah, that's just a strong hit. So that's 1. Unless the bats can fend it off. They cannot. So that's 1 hit to the bats. Now it's Sasha's turn. She's pissed with these bats. Can she do something interesting? Not really. She can't. Oh, actually, I forgot the half damage. So no, she's just going to hit them. Yes. So that's a strong hit with no exceeding tips. So that's a 1. To the Batmobile. And now it's the nimble one, Hiltrude's slow hand. Come on, you can do it. Let's try and make her shoot, actually. Oh, actually, this I also made changes to the arrow rules. You only lose or deplete 1 use of your arrows if you fumble your roll. So let's say she has 7 arrows. I think that's quite fair. I think she's trying to shoot because if she hits, she can, or crits, she can shoot another arrow. Let's do this. That's a weak hit only. And I think that weak hit with ranged is just half a heart. Yes, it is. Okay. Let's see if they can fend it off. They have pretty high dex, and they use dex for this because I shot with an arrow. But it's not enough. So the bats take half a heart of damage. Still seems a bit low, is what I'm thinking, the damage. But let's try and carry on. Maybe I can raise the damage of the basic damage a bit. Let's figure it out later. This is just a play test. So it's sorry, whose turn is it? Oh yeah, it must be our weird. Let's have her use. She only has a sling actually, so that's what she's going to do. That's a miss. So I'm rolling the combat die again. 3. Let's look together. Expiration. The torch depletes, a magic effect expires prematurely, etc. There is no magic effect here. So, it's once again a torch that depletes. Oh. Okay. Anyways, it's Ritana's turn. That's a miss. Hooray, hooray. Now, Katsasha. Think that's a miss. But let's check it out. It is. Because, as you remember, I have to add the pips to the lowest die first. Oh my god. So, Hiltrud misses as well. Oh, brilliant. Now, for Margot. Has she got it? Got what it takes? Little crit? Sling crit? Slow. But it's a weak hit. Let's check while we're at it. I think weak hit with melee is just half. Let's check anyway. Yes. So can they fend it off? And it's the next roll. And they have this they can, because strong success. Okay. Let's have a look actually. Range defense roll, strong success, yes. Good. Bad round for us. And now it's the bat. But that's luckily a miss. So, see. Okay, that's a free turn. That's an extra turn for us, so we can actually attack twice. Goody. Returner goes first. He misses. And Hiltrude has a strong hit, actually, with 1 exceeding pip, if I'm not wrong. Yes. Okay, so so that's 2 damage if they can't fend it off. They cannot. Yeah, actually, it's a weak. What does that? I think it's just half. Melee weak. Yes, so that's yeah. What I'm thinking now is that this battle is quite long. I'm either thinking that maybe the monsters don't have 3 conditions like our heroes do. I'm torn. I'm torn. So that's 1. Okay, right? Oh yeah. Yeah. Maybe it's okay. The pace here. I don't know. So it's Hiltrude's turn. Yes, that's a strong hit. And actually, it's 2 in damage because it's strong hit and 1 exceeding pip. So, do they fend it off? They do not. So, let's just say for now that monsters do not have 3 conditions. The bat is dead-eyed. Yes, okay. So, let's get the character sheet. Our 4 all-girl dungeon delvers take things, look at things, and I think that Katasha Younghammer looks down at her arm. Maybe I should actually try and roll. Maybe when you take a, or maybe only when you take a hurt condition, you gain a scar or something. Because there's scars in this book. I found it quite funny. She does not take a scar. Maybe she takes a scar on the soul. Okay. Okay. What is happening? I think I'm going to use the new dungeon generating procedures, and I'm going for roll for a bit more room content. So let's look at it. And again, these are just my own. This is not for, yeah, you're seeing it now, but it's more or less for my own thing. Solo play rules. Okay, which are somewhat just the sandbox generator and my own, and yeah, Madeline Hale's. It's a mix. But let's roll the dice. 1. So actually a trapped room with a 25% chance of a treasure. And let's use the traps of sandbox generator. Oh, a 1. That sounds bad. And it is. Also, when I'm rolling these traps, I'm taking, common sense into mind as well. Also, I'm the GM. The DM. But it's an asset pool. How lovely. Let us say that it's actually not a like strong acid. Let's say that it's the chef's really strong vinegar, um, and maybe it's not a trap per se, but because we were fighting, we managed to push it down from a shelf, and the bottle splintered all over the place. Or maybe it is actually the container is actually a glass flask that says chef's vinegar, but it's actually acid, something like that. I think that it's just a small pool on the floor. Who of the four? One of them steps in it and takes some damage. Ooh. Oh my god, that's Hiltrud. No, not Hiltrud. Katsasha again. Of course it is. I think it's just half a heart. Okay. Anyways, there was a 25% chance of treasure. I said that. And I'm going to roll treasures in Madeline Hale's Arcane Artifacts and Curious Curio. 37. I don't. That's wrong, actually. I need to roll a 10-sided first. 1. That's some sort of jewelry. And I also need to roll the item condition. The 10-sided again. Oops. Again. It's in poor condition. Scratched, torn, dirty, and well used. 20% chance of a side effect when used. Okay. Side effect, okay, is a 1d20. Item's condition worsens. Oh, okay. Anyways, it's some sort of jewelry. Let's roll it. I don't think there's much coins in here, but maybe I'm not going to. I don't know. I'm going into the chef's room. We just talked to him, and then I'm just robbing him. I'm just taking a look at it. So 35. Amulet of 1,000 maps. A tiny scroll of paper sealed with red wax inside a small glass bottle. It dangles from a chain of braided twine. The enchantment. While this necklace is worn, the user always knows the time of day, the date, which way is north, and their exact location. And because I'm not going to spoil everything in Madeline Hale's book, I'm not going to write the history behind it. Yeah. Okay. So it's more of like a compass. GPS? GPS necklace. I think that, we think we have to, that Hiltrud's skull of suggestions is whispering bad stuff in her ear. It says, Hiltrud, over there on the table. Do you see it? There is a interesting necklace that you will find very useful for future. I think you should go and pick it up. And I want to make Hiltrud make a will test if she can ignore the skull of suggestions. She can, of course, not. And she takes it, but sleight of hand is only locking. It could count as. Yeah, but that's the thing. Never mind. Slider. Okay, scratch that. Does the actually I want to roll a yes/no question so you can see my yes/no die. Does the rock chef notice that Hiltrud snatches the necklace? It's a yes. If you couldn't see. Oh my god. Do the others notice? No, but. Okay, no, but. They notice that the croc is staring because I think he's afraid of them. He's only down to half a heart. Half a heart. I think that they notice that something is amiss, and the drug stares wickedly at Hiltrud. Is he going to let her pass? I should make a GIF animation of a question mark to put above my head each time I'm thinking. Note to myself. What to do here? Let's remove the die first. I'm asking, does the rock do anything about it? No, but I think that if let's say that the characters, I mean, they're not evil, let the drug be the drug, and because, I mean, they got something on him because he had a secret, so he probably won't tell the cultists about his little uh, pet reading pen. Oh, by the way, is there more than one Scolopendra? Was there more? Yes. I'm just because it was only a yes. I'm just going to say there were two, and it's a male and a female. And I think did we fight the male? Okay, it's just a yes. So it's the female that's left. Anyways, what I think is I think the chef is going to follow them. And if I roll something with NPC, he's going to be in favor of being the one uh, um, yeah, the one who's um, in the context. I think he's secretly following them. Does he actually open the? No, he's not going to let the other Scolopendra attack them because he's afraid of its well-being. Anyways, so what does the characters do? I think they make an agreement with one thing. They make an agreement with the drug, but I'm going to put the necklace down here. Oh yeah, I mustn't forget that I got poison. A poisonous plant I can apply to the arrows. And what else actually have actually okay. So I'm just going to call it GPS amulet here. GPS necklace. Uh, what else have they got some quite interesting uh, curio. The screaming keychain. Really good for distraction. So is the goblin automaton. Going on here. And the antidote fork. Yeah, I just had to remind myself of a. Okay, so what does the gang do? Let's get this. Oh, I think they're going to check the door. Let's get the map up. Can you see? And I'm going to use my procedures, and I'm figuring out which door it is. Door type. It's a locked door. The nimble may try and lockpick. And also, I think I actually added lockpicks uh, to thief tools here. But I think they're going to have a use because I think you can find lockpicks or thief tools. I'm going to call it lockpicking tool, but I think they must have a use because this would be too powerful. I think if she fumbles the roll, she's using one. So I'm thinking that she might have 2 or 3 of them. But we should also remember that I think our mage has the silver key, which can just open the door if she manages to cast the spell. Anyways, let's try with the rogue or the nimble first. I think that's only a weak hit. Okay, so that's a success with a cost. So what that is that he actually breaks one of the lockpicking tools but opens the door. Oh, great. Okay. So what is on the other side? Let's roll it. Oh yeah, one thing. I have to roll. I don't have to, but 2d6 of different color. So the first die is horizontally, and the last die is vertically on the vertical squares. So that's 5 and 4. So let's put that in, and let's actually save this map again. Okay. There's only there's not room. There's only room for 3 up. I'm going to what am I going to do? Yeah. So what was it again? 4, 5, 4. So 5 down. right? Yeah. Oh, one sec. That there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Can I make that wall thicker again? Because that looks a bit weird. Hmm, sort of. Uh, Okay. What is the content of this room? And how many doors are there? And so forth. It's a trap room. And how many doors? The number of doors. D6. Oh, so there is a secret door in here. Where is the secret door placed? 6 to the right. That possible? Let's get the map up. Yeah, but then it leads into the hallway. It could, of course, be a shortcut from the kitchen. Now, the kitchen isn't there. This is another room. Maybe it's just... let's say that there is actually a secret. Let's do it. I think it's here somewhere. It's just a roundabout. Going to write. So annoying that it can't remember what text I used, font I used last time. Really annoying, actually. Need an S. Secret. Oop, like that. Okay, but did I roll the content of this door? I don't think so. One sec. Oh yeah, I just lockpicked it. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. So it's a trap room, but I'm going to roll twice for empty room. This on the sandbox generator because I want to have some flavor in here. So 45 and 83. I swear these dice roll 83 a lot of times. So 45. Okay, there's gears in the wall. That could mean be because of the secret door. And 83 is slime. And that's maybe this. I think I know what this is. This is. I think he's okay. I think that this is a training room for the Scolopendras. And I think the chef. The reason why he has a secret door here is because he's taking them quickly down here and then actually maybe the secret door is elsewhere. Because, I didn't... Yes, I'm going to change the location of the secret door. To there, and then... How do I... I think because the traps in here are sort of like an agility lane or agility. It's the training room of Scolopendras. Uh, that's why there are gears in the wall and such. I think he's training Scolopendras in here. But what is the trap? Let's see it. Maybe it's not a trap per se, but more like a, you know, training equipment that I stumble in or something like that. Let's do it. 19. Crushing ceiling? That's bad though. um, okay, what I'm going to do is that I don't know how fast it goes, but if it's a crushing ceiling, I'm thinking that the door sort of locks here, so I can't get out that way, and would have to hack it down with weapons or some things to get out. But let's not that I want to get myself caught in a room with a crushing ceiling, but do I actually discover the door? Because I love it. And that was the end of that story. No. Okay. So I do not discover in time because I'm on the. Okay. Ah, I've got another chance. Either this one. No, because we don't know that there's a secret door. I'm going to use let Margot cast a spell, and I'm so glad now that I gave Weirds an ability to sacrifice to make a critical hit, because I'm going to use the spell uh, key, silver key, and take a condition first. So yes, I'm going to take the tired condition. Okay, bad. But I manage, so the door unlocks, and I get back. Where's the map? Oh yeah, into here. But one thing is that one thing. I need to actually need. I can't remember that, but I maybe should have made a small note that it was an undiscovered secret door. So let's see if. Oh yeah, sorry. I need to move the map so you can actually see where I am. So that's the secret door we found in the room. I managed to get out safely, but I also just write an X here because of use. And that took a turn, I guess, so I actually also have to roll the. Oh my god. I think we have to rest now. That's what I rolled. But maybe it's a good idea. Um, let's see. Yeah, rest or lose. Okay. So that is what we're going to do. So everybody uses a ration. and rest. I think when they do that, except for when it's a small, the ones the small breaks you can do once per day, I think that we have to rest. I mean, that is going to pass. A watch. And how long was it? A watch was 4 hours. So they're resting for 4 hours. No, 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 I'm not. I just have to rest a turn at least for each fourth hour. And I think that's about now. So let me see resting. This is searching. Never mind. Resting here. Yeah. If I want a condition removed, I have to sleep a full night. If I do not rest, I must pick a condition. Yeah, okay. So another turn went by. I must eat again. No, come on. What's up with my rules? Why is this so fatiguing? They were more okay. The thing is, they were more fatigued than they thought they were, so they had to eat more. Brr. Hungry women. We have to find food soon, actually. They just got one ration left. Oops. Hmm. Hmm. Get the map out again. Okay, what do we do? I'm going to take a small pause in a bit, but I'm going to record more after. But, so, according to our knowledge, another scolopendra resides behind that door, and I think it must be a door with no. Yeah, the room inside is a room with no other doors. Yeah, I'm saying bye bye to the chef. And oh, am I going to look at that? The last thing that we say to the drug half-breed, the half-breed crocodile, is that yeah, you must better get rid of that corpse, or you'll raise suspicion. Yeah, he says, and goes and takes care of things while we go back where we came from. So I'm going to go out to this cross section again, and I'm saying that this took a turn because they are careful. Going to roll the 4. That is shift. The dungeon, shift the dungeon state, winds, sound, doors close, trap springs, etc. I think it's just a shift somewhat in the, maybe we can, I think what I'm thinking, what came to my mind was that we feel a wind coming from the north. And because I think that quite drafty up here because it's bridged really high up. I want to investigate that. So let us be here and say, what is this? Is this a further corridor or is there a door or whatever? So let's roll the die. Actually, it is a vertical corridor. So yeah, it's 3 up. 1, 2, 3. Actually, yeah, it was 1 here. No, so that's 1 too many actually. Hope you can see along. And if, because we got a corridor, I must roll to see. Can you see the map? Yeah, and move it a bit. What's at the end of a corridor with a 6-sided die? 4. Let's do this. It turns left. Okay, so here is what I'm going to do. It turns left. Whoops, there. So for how long? How long is this corridor turning left? I'm going to roll a 6 die. So that's whoopsie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, sorry. Before that, I have to roll how many, if there are any doors on this corridor. And keep forgetting that. Okay, it's a 6-sided die. 1 is no other door other than the entered one. Yeah, but actually, yeah, I can roll a door now, actually. But there's nothing on the walls to the sides because I must roll this next bit. But it's true, right? Because there is no other door here. So it just turns left. And how many doors are there in this one? Oh, I need to roll for content. Sorry. Getting ahead of myself here. Content. Okay. It's a D6. 3, it's empty. And 15% chance of a treasure. Let me see if there's a treasure. Oh, we had it? Okay, no. So I'm going to roll a couple of times on the 100 on the empty room dressing, and a 63. There's a workbench in this little corridor, and a 63. It says piano, but hell no, there's no piano here. I think maybe there's an organ here, some sort of strange organ, wind organ. And I think because the wind or wind chimes, flutes or something, that fits really well with the drug theme. Because I think that they, just for it's sort of the culture that I don't know, they have like wind chime thing. Maybe they mean something to them, like religious. But I think the wind blows in these um, huge wind chimes or yeah, organ pipes thing. Okay, interesting. Yeah. Um, okay. I need to roll for doors in that other corridor. There are no other doors onto the sides. Okay. What's the content of the room? Content. It's empty again. Are there any traps to be found here? Yes, actually. But let's wait with that. And roll 2 empty from 73. Religious symbols. That's perfect because that's what I'm getting here. So we are nearing us the cultist area. And what else is in here? 42. Furnished library. Let's say that there's some sort of common library. Small one, though, down this corridor. It's a really long corridor. Room for shelves and stuff. Okay. That's filled with religious symbols and some bookshelves with, yeah, maybe scrolls and few tomes and stuff like that. Anyways, we have to, oh yeah, the treasure. We have to roll that as well. But also, I think, because we're being so careful, we have to roll the free turn, the exploration die. So what sort of treasure is that? 7. Okay. 56. Not going to spoil Madeline Hales, but I can say that it's a very sharp knife that never dulls. Okay, who's going to maybe actually I think that Margot needs a melee weapon, not that she's going to fight often. Sharp knife? Knife. Uh-huh. Let's figure out what's at the end of the corridor. And I have to roll a one-sided a six-sided. It actually ends in either a door or a let me see, portcullis. So, okay. Is it a door or portcullis? That's a 50-50. I'm rolling the yes-no table, but only... Yes, it is. I'm not taking the but. Not paying attention to it. Did I ask, is it a door? Yes, it's a door. So no portcullis. Okay. And what sort of door is it? Interesting. Let's get the map up for you. Can you see it? Move it a bit. A door. Sort of door. Oh yeah, let's stick to my rules about half a square of room for a door. Okay. We're near the edge of the bridge again. What sort of door? It's just an open door. Uh-huh. So, what's on the other side? Uh-huh. It's a corridor again that goes up. What it is? Uh-huh. Hmm. Okay, are there any doors? Yes, is a secret door. And we also need to know what there's a secret door to a side, and I'm not thinking that it's secret door out into the open of the bridge. So it must be on the right side. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I can roll a dice. Place the door. 1. So here, but do we discover the secret door? We don't know. What is the content of the room? 5. What is the 5? Special room. Uh-huh. Oh, that's interesting. Not the first? I think so. 73. Interesting. Room out of time. Corridor out of time. And there is an explanation to what that is. Find that. Whoa. Okay. Upon entering this room, the character travels through time and arrive in a different version of the room. In the distant past or in the future. In the distant past version, they will meet one of the architects, creators of the dungeon. The latter will be eager to talk about their creation to the player characters and may even reveal some secrets, such as 1d2 secret doors. In the future versions, they will discover that the room has been repurposed as a prison and that they are trapped in a cell. Doors lock when they enter. The guards are slender, gray, and have big eyes and a bad habit of probing every living creature. What the hell? This is really Gonzo? Leaving the room means coming back to the present. When re-entering the room, it will be in its present state. This room can be encountered twice per dungeon, but only once of each of its forms. What the hell? Let's hope we get the distant past, shall we? And not the future. Uh, oh my god. The probing guard. Oh my god, sorry about this. Uh, this is funny. Okay, sort of, I think. Uh, this, but on the quickly, let's check the map. So that door down there locks now. But there's a secret door we haven't looked. And in this room there is a slender guard. Oh my god. But in the future vision they will read. It's a prison. Okay, so I'm thinking that there must be a door behind him. We must establish that because those two doors are locked. But I guess we have to find the alien. Alien way. Oh god. The alien being. This turned out really awkward. Um, I don't know. Strength. Just dex. Right. Anyways, I think he's quite dangerous. Maybe he's got +2 strength, +3 to dex, and his will maybe +3 attack. No, not attack, armor point. I don't know. I know he's tall and slender, and maybe he's got some sort of alien skin. We don't know. +2. Let's just give it +2. And HP wise, I don't know either. Tall and slender. Let's give him 4 hearts. Okay. So I guess we have. No, not necessarily. Let me just check this. He is a guard. The guards, it says. Are there more than 2? I'm going to ask. Yes, but uh, but only 2. Yes. Did I ask more than 2? Yes, there are 3, but only 3. It's quite a lot though. 3 aliens. uh, Okay, let's give them the. Um, in this case, let's try and make a reaction roll. I think. Like finding it. Actually, I have one for unusual. Probing attack? What's up with that? Hmm. What? What is up with this? What did I roll again? It's so funny. I actually think that they're making the probing attack. But I know I didn't roll that, but it fits so well. My God. Anyways, who starts? Oh my God, they start. Oh, disaster. Oh, I have to move my little token friend down here. Can it be slightly smaller? Hmm. Oh, okay. They're attacking. That's a miss. A weak hit. And they can only attack the first two. So that's Shanna. Does she fend it off? No, she does not. Fend off the probing attack. This is so awkward. Um, uh, so half. Oh, sorry. So half a heart of damage. I must really uh, rest very soon. Maybe after this. Oopsie. So it's the last one of these alien. That's a miss. That was our turn. Let's have Ritana hit first. That's a strong hit. With 1 damage. Actually, yeah, it's only a strong hit. Yes. Do they fend it off? Hit. What did I say about their armor? 2. They do not fend it off, so one of them Let's do it like this. 4, 4, 4. Was it a strong hit? Sorry, I cannot remember. I think it was. So it's down to 3. So it's Katsasha who have a weak hit. Do they fend it off? I think she's attacking on the same. They do not, even though they rolled a double. So I think she's just attacking that same alien. So that's 0.5. So it's Hiltrud's turn. And I forgot to put poison ivy on it. Anyways, just going to shoot. That's a miss. And Margaret just uses her sling. That's bad. That's really bad. Oh my god. Two of our heroes has gotten a condition. Next round. 5. That's a good thing. I think that's a weakness. We can re-roll a roll, right? Yeah, can re-roll a bad roll. That's great. Right, I'm back with more or new coffee. Yeah, and it's our turn, and we got them figured out. We know what makes them. We know how to hurt them now. Yeah, so it's just Ritana from top. That's a weak hit. And I think we're just on the same guy, on that same guy. And he fended off. He cannot. Weak hit. So it's Katjana's turn. Yeah, I know I had to follow the combat procedures of saving, but I forgot that. So can I actually... Does she have any spells? She does have one spell actually, because she's down to 2.5 heart. No need to cast Holy Shield yet. What is it actually Holy Shield does? Let me just check it out. Touches and a mundane shield bolstered against magic attacks. Not magic attacks. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. So, yeah. Okay. Katsasha, sorry. That's a miss, but I can re-roll that one because we got advantage here. That's even worse. Hiltrud, an arrow. That's a weak hit. Does it fend it off? It certainly does. Is there a crit for defending? Oh, sorry. Yep, it does, but I should remember that's agility or dexterity, sorry. But anyways, what happens if they roll a crit while defending? Is that? I think it's just all damage. Yeah, it is. It is. So, okay. Bad. Margot's turn, and it's in a corridor, so they can only be the two at front who fights. So she has to use the sling, and she only has a +1 because she got stressed or tired or whatever. Bad. It's so bad. Oh God. Okay. So it's the 3 aliens' turn, and they can only attack the 2 first. Bruh. That's a weak hit on who of the 2? Who of the 2? That's Ritana. Can she fend it off? She definitely can. Number 2 alien. Strong success. On who? On Ritana. Can she fend it off? Yes, actually, but it's only half of it, and they only have a 1 hand. So, oh, sorry. Was it a hit or a weak hit? Jesus Christ, I can't remember. I think it was just a weak hit that he had. So she fends it off. Anyways, the last alien misses. Oh no! Now they attack. Okay. That's a weak hit. On Ritana again. They're really going for Ritana. A weak hit. Can she fend it off? She most definitely cannot. A weak hit. So she loses half a heart. Second alien. Wrong hit. Can she fend it off? She cannot. That's... Oops. Last alien. Weak hit on who? Who? On Katsasha. Actually, I think that she did parry before because I forgot that it's her armor pips we're using. My God. Okay. No damage. Was that? I think that was all 3 aliens. So it's our turn now. Ritana, come on. This is taking quite a long time. I think what I need to do, and I'm doing it right now, is that I up the fixed basic damage of weapons. On the other hand, if the characters advance, they're going to be quite forceful. But I'm going to up the basic damage. I am taking far too long. So, what do we do? How do we do it? Yeah, I'm going to stop the recording now, and once it's adjusted, I'm going to record this fight, and then let's see how much more we carry on today. Okay, I'm back again. Let's have a look together at this. So what I did was, and then I just erased it a bit, but it's much, what I'm thinking, much easier to actually also remember. So with ranged and melee one-handed, weak damage is 1 heart, strong weak success is 1 heart, and strong success is 2 hearts, and a ranged crit is 3 hearts. And the shooter, if he fumbles, loses 1 heart now. So we've ditched all the half damage, but we're still using half damage in the game. But anyways, spell attacks weak because spells are just hit harder. It's because it's spells and it's magic and it hit better, and you can only cast it once. So a weak success does 2 hearts, a strong success 3 hearts, spell crit 4 hearts, spell fumble the caster loses 1 heart. So, and we just set the melee, but two-handed melee, weak success is 2 hearts, strong success 3 hearts, melee crit 4 hearts, fumbler if the attacking attacker fumbles, he loses 1 heart. And the defense system is the same because it's yeah. Actually, also I changed melee defense well as range defense from halves up to holes. A whole heart, not a half heart. So that's it. Let's see if it goes a bit more smooth now. But where were we actually? Okay, I'm back. Ritana just missed. Let's do this. So it's Sasha's turn. And yeah, let's get her up. See if this goes a bit faster. She lunges out after she misses. Okay. Now it's Hiltrud's turn. She misses. All those ones. God. And now Margot. She misses. So it's a new round. Something expires and I wonder. This room is in the future. I think it's brightly lit by some sort of external light source. Let's just say that. Let's say that the corridor has lamps or something like that in sections, and like the furthest lamp goes out. I can't take any more of. That's right. I'm just going to. Okay. So it's our turn. Ritana, come on, you can do it. Yes, that's a weak hit. So that's 1 point of damage now. Can it fend it off? It cannot. See, already. Oops. Sorry. Yes, let's just say it's the same. It's down to 1. So it's Katsasha. That's more like it. That's a strong. So that's 2 in damage. Can it fend it off? Cannot. And let me just say I want it. I'm so going to cheat. That is one of the others. Boom! So, it's what that was Katsasha's, no, it's Hiltrud. Come on, Hiltrud. Margot, what about you? Oh my god, that's a strong success. So that's actually 2 in damage. Can it fend it off? And it's using Dex. One sec. Yeah, it just had 2 all the way down. Okay. It does not. Well done, Margot, sleepy eyes. She takes out one of the nasty probing aliens with a sling. Wing! Or so it's their turn. One goes down. Let's have a morale check here. Let's have a morale check. That's one thing I need to add to the rules also, but now I'm just using wonderful monster overhaul. Blah 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 blah. Morale. What? Okay. What I'm going to do, I think there are some. Or I thought there was some more science fiction. Just down here. Is there some sort of alien invader? What's that? Interesting. Alien visitor or alien invade? His voice. Bulging brain, glass helmet. No, that's really maybe alien visitor. Wants to examine the world for inscrutable ends. Alpha mind. What sort of a colossal insect? The doppelganger, robot hound, robot servant. This is perfect. But the perfect predator. Generic shipwreck. It's gone really gonzo. Um, okay. Morale 11. It's these. It's these. Okay. So morale 11. Oh my god. No, not going to flee. Of course not. Uh, just looking at their desires and communication abilities and appearance. This is really funny. Anyway, okay. I lost track of this. Oh yeah, morale roll. So it's their turn. He does not hit anything. And the last one. There are only two left. He does not hit anyone either. So it's Ritana. No, it's a fresh round. Something else expires. Okay, let's say it's our torch this time. This is really silly because, I mean, we're in a lit area. Hmm. Bum, bum, bum. We're almost out of, or actually, Margot's torch is almost out of use. Um, uh, it's Ritana. Who misses? Katasha is a weak hit. One. And it doesn't do anything, so this feels way better. And so there's only one alien left, and it feels way better with the damage now. Way better. So it's more balanced now. So that was Katsasha, and now it's Hiltrud. With an arrow. Come on. No. Margaret, you can do it. I know. No, you cannot. It's his turn, the last alien. Oh yeah, he's got to do a morale roll. Does he try to escape in an escape pod or something? Think. Okay, he rolls 11. But how is it with morale? Is it above or same as? One sec. Uh, I can't remember if it has to be above. I think it has to be above, not on. I can't find anything about it here. Yeah, morale. It says here. Equal to or under is death and fight. Okay, good. Good. So his death stays. Was it Margaret turn? No, it was his turn. He misses whatever he was trying to hit. So, new round. He is attacking. And he does a strong hit on Sasha. So that's 2 in damage unless she can fend it off. She cannot. She can take half of it away. So she takes half. Yikes. So it's Ritana. Who misses? Has she hit anything? That Sasha also misses. Hiltrude misses. And Margot misses. Now it's the alien. Weak hit on. Got Sasha. That's one. That Sasha actually parries it. Onk. New round. Oh, we get to attack 2 times. Not bad. That's a weak hit. Yeah, it parries. Kasasha. Fumbles. Oh my god. What was the fumble rules for melee again? Attacker loses 1 heart. Oh my. That's fine. Oops. So it's Hiltrude. That's a miss. Margot. That's a weak hit of 1. Does it fend it off? It does. Haven't we hit it in quite some time now? But I've been doing really bad rolls, so I'm not blaming the balance this time. Incredibly bad rolls. So it's the alien's turn. He misses. The alien... Oh, sorry. We had 2 attacks each. Tana misses. Sasha has a weak hit of 1. It does not fend it off. Finally. So that's 1 point of damage. It's Hiltrude. And Hiltrude has a strong hit. And the alien does not dodge it. So that's 2 points of damage to the alien. Finally! Zuck, zuck! Ag, 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 ag. It says. It's really not looking very happy right now, but it's, is it fleeing now? That would be very stupid of it. Because we got even 1 more attack, so. Margot with her sling. Again, strong success from Margot. Can it dodge it? Yes, but only half of it, so it's 1, so it's dead. Boing! Oh my god. That was some fight. Let me... 2 things we have to figure out. Did these have some sort of treasure? And how was the room decorated? No, actually 3. How was the room decorated? What's at the end of the corridor? Treasure. So let's have a look at the treasure of this. Let's jump to the alien visitor again. Treasure. None? What? Okay, okay. But was there a treasure nonetheless in the room? It was a special room, and it says variable, variable. I cannot see whether there should be any, but I think it's sort of. I'm going to ask the oracle, and I think it's sort of 50-50. Is there a treasure in this room? Yes, and there's two treasures, and I think I find something really interesting here. There is this book that I want to quickly find. I have this Gonzo book. Okay, I'm back. I found it, and the book I was looking for, it was just hiding in it, and it's of course the Dungeon Dozens. Um, by Jason Schultes. So I couldn't find anything particular specific for what and then I just made up my mind on something, but I can't actually roll because I found wrote a treasure here there's a treasure here and something more treasure. So it's what I'm thinking um, is that they do find this probing instrument, uh, but they have no clue what to do with it or what it can actually do. So I'm going to treat it a bit like a wand um, of sorts, which they cannot figure out what can do yet. Um, and also, they found, because that was the only thing I could find in um, in the Dungeon Dozens, some Gonzo footwear. So let's roll on that table, actually. An 8. Okay, of course. I found radiant moccasins of non-conformity, provide magical light, and bolster personal idiosyncrasies of wearer. So, okay, it's silly moccasins that provide magical light and looks completely stupid. Great, great, great. Um, okay, who's going to have the moccasins of light? Who doesn't care about how they look, or would they look fashionable on the elf? Who of these characters? Um, maybe the mage or the weird or the nimble. Think the question is, do they light up all the time, or do they just glow, sort of? I think you can control it with your mind whether you want them to light or not. So, going to write here, because it's Margaret is going to take these things because it's a wand-like thing. Uh, mm, wand like robe and moccasin of I'm going to write Gonzo moccasins of light. Okay. So, and how is this red? We don't know. Maybe it's just sort of a, maybe it looks a bit like hospital corridor with beds and stuff because they were so, we don't know. But apparently we entered the future. So I'm going to check what's, oh yeah, we already figured out that there is a door, but it is a door actually. But what sort of door is it? And I think now that the guards are dead, this door to the south is open again. Oh yeah, one sec. Do we discover the secret door? No, but what? If I used another turn, but if I uh, but if I used the probe wand on the door, I'm going to try that. Margaret pulls out the wand thing, and I think she sees there's a little hole in the door. She sort of probes it in, and what happens? And this is so weird that I'm going to use um, going to use mythic for this to get some meaning out of this. And I think there is an alien thing here on starship descriptors. Object. No, I'm not going to say object, but what I'm going to do is that I'm going to you roll one on meaning and then one on starship descriptor. Why not? Actually, I'm going to roll on action table 1 and 2 and then on starship descriptor. Okay. See what happens here. 27. Decrease. And this is the find. So 22. Distraction. And then on the starship descriptor. Because why not? Sort of starship-ish. I'm going to roll 2 new descriptors because I found them in 69. Proceed. 23. Trap. Okay. The way I interpret this is that I find it's like I open a panel, like a door. But if I proceed, I'm sort of being warned that if I do the next step, it is trapped. Bestow what? Bestow something to proceed. Proceed the trap. Yeah, I mean pass the trap. Okay. I'm going to use the rope again, and I'm going to ask if that proceeds the trap. No, but ach, ach, ach. I got lava flow, but I'm going to say because it's quite gonzo that it's sort of a laser beam out of lava. I will roll to avoid it. And it was Margot. Her dex is an epic +1 right now, which she misses. Okay. It's going to be hurtful, I think. 2 in damage. Ow. Yikes. And I already have a condition, and that takes me down to stressed. And okay, we really need to take a break. She can't. Yeah, she can take one more condition, then she can't lose her hearts again. She's out. But I want to get out of this horrific room. Let's find out of here. What is sort of door is it at the end of the corridor? It's a magic door. Well, howdy how. Roll on the magic door table. Now this is fun. I'm going to roll on the magic door table. Okay. Roll, and I'm using sandbox generator here. Roll 1d6 on the table below to determine the type of magic door. 1 to 5 is a demon door. Demon doors want you to accomplish a task. Roll d10 on the table below before they open once and for all. When a trapped or empty room is encountered, roll d100 on the. So what if it's a magical door? What happens then? It's a magic seal. So what the hell? What if it's sealed magically? Does that mean that it doesn't really say? Okay. Anyways, roll 1d6. It's a magic seal. Since it's in the future room, I'm going to use to see if the wand works again. I'm going to make a will roll this time. I think there's some strange alien signs on the door. And I'm going to use the probe thingy. But I'm going to make a will roll. The will, I think it's down to a 2, right? Yes. Bad. That's really good, because that's a strong success. But does it work? I think she manages to do whatever, but I'm going to ask the oracle. No and. And something else happens. Am I cursed? Okay, going to take a break soon. But I'm going to roll on the action tables and see in Mythic what I come up with. This has been a long video, and but it's been a fun one. So yeah, see you later.